What's up, everyone? Welcome to Moneyline Media. We have an awesome interview lined up for you. As you see, I'm by myself. James is joining me later. We have Antoine Davis of the Ball State Cardinals, MAC champ, wide receiver in the draft this year. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. What's up, man? How you doing? Antoine, you good?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Thanks for joining.
No problem.
So before we get started on the NFL draft, this awesome season that Ball State had this year, I think it's important to go back to where you started, which is I know you have an interesting coming up story before you got to Ball State. So can you tell people who don't know about your story to a little bit about it?
Yeah, a kind of shortened down version of my story is about sophomore year in high school. I kind of like went off and made it on my own. So I was bouncing around from house to house and stuff like that. And then I eventually was able to come across a friend who invited me to stay with him and his family. And then that's kind of where everything took off. And then out of high school, I went to Division II Lincoln University before transferring.
Awesome. Now you transferred to Ball State. What made you transfer to Ball State? Well, what was it that stuck out to you about Ball State?
I was doing my research, and it was I was transferred main reasons because of family reasons. So that school was close enough to home for me to be able to get back home if I needed to. It was only like 2.5 hours, and then I felt like as if I could play faster there than any place like a IU or Purdue and earn a scholarship faster.
Awesome. Now you've been your first year you got redshirted. What did your redshirt year teach you the most?
It kind of just taught me just to really work hard and be patient, and like it's all gonna work out.
Yeah.
Most of that time, I basically was doing like the developmental part, like lifting, and then being on the scout team. But it was a good process because I got to sit back and learn from a lot of the older people.
Now you bring up lifting. You were the 2018 Strength and Conditioning Award winner for Ball State. What was that like when you heard that you won that award?
Yeah, I was excited because that was the year I actually broke my foot. So I was in the weight room like with a boot and crutches for a long time. And that was like where I like was able to help make the most strides and prepare myself to be able to play after my injury.
Yeah, that's incredible. Knowing that you were in a boot makes it like that much. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you said you talk about how you broke your foot. That year must have taught you a lot too. What was that year like for you? I know you talk about how you were in the weight room hitting the weights, but what did that year teach you most about you as a player too?
Yeah, definitely just trusting God's plan. Everything happens for a reason. And I just made sure to just take every day by day, and make sure I got 1% better each and every day. No matter if I just had to do some upper body lifts, help coach guys on the sideline, I just did whatever I could to help contribute and get better.
Now we've got to talk about last year was technically that was your redshirt senior year, 2019. 2019. You get an extension. How pumped were you when you got that extension to play one more year at Ball State?
Yeah, I was definitely excited. Like I said, obviously that broken foot would happen for a reason because what I was able to do with my team and accomplish this year was amazing, and I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
even be able to do that if I didn't get this extra year.
So now we got to go into this year. This year was an awesome year for Ball State, but it didn't start out that way. Like you didn't know if the MAC was going to go. You guys started later in the season, and then you open up, I believe, with the loss to Miami. What was going through everyone's head at that point?
Yeah, after the game, our safety Bryce Cosby, who's a real good vocal leader on our team, he just basically texted the seniors and stuff like that, and just said like it's still DOB Detroit or bust. Like we're gonna get it fixed. Don't worry. Just mark my word. We'll be in Detroit, and that's what we did. We just continued to improve every game and get better, and we were able to close out games and make sure to do make plays when they counted in order to make us win.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I didn't probably watch the MAC until this year, and the MAC was my favorite division to watch. Like, it was so much fun. We do two podcasts on the show. One's a Power Five and one's a non-Power Five. And man, those non-Power Five games this year were a lot of fun, and a lot of those were the non-stop Maction games, as I like to call it. Who was the team? I know that you didn't get to play every team in the MAC this year because of COVID stuff. Was there a team that you wish you got to play this year that you didn't get the chance to play?
I would say no. I just felt like with our division, our side of the thing, it has the most strength and teams. So I think definitely we were able to play good competition and be able to play people who I want to play, especially that Western Michigan game was crazy. So
yeah,
that was definitely a good experience.
Now I got to ask, you guys were down by quite a bit going into halftime, right? Halftime, you talk about vocal leadership. What was that halftime like for you guys, knowing that you were down by that much, by a good bit with that Western Michigan game?
Yeah, our coach New just came in the locker room and just said, stick to the plan, just play one play at a time. Like, what do you guys want to be remembered for? And then Bryce and Brandon Martin are two good vocal leaders, like I was saying. So they were just kind of revamping what Coach New was saying and just said, stick together and we'll come out with a win. And that's what we did.
Now, sorry, we're going to talk a lot about this awesome 2020 season because it was such a different one for many reasons, but especially the COVID restrictions. And I know you guys had games canceled. There was, who am I playing this week? A lot of teams went through that. What was the mindset going on with you during this whole COVID pandemic and playing through it?
Yeah, it was kind of frustrating at first just because, like, just all the protocols and stuff, it just got tiring to do, like getting tested every day. And then it was weird because we were able to play football next to each other. And then just because of the guidelines, they would be like, oh, you have to wear a mask here and there. And then like we just tackled each other. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, that was
it didn't make
crazy.
sense.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense. Luckily, we didn't get no games canceled. I know because the receiver, the sophomore Jalen McGuy, his cousin plays for Buffalo, and they said they were midway to Ohio, and their game got canceled because Ohio had too many cases.
Yeah, I know Kent State lost a lot of games. Like, there was a lot of games that were. I mean, even like the BYU Coastal Carolina game wasn't supposed to happen, and it happened. It was just some crazy stuff this year. But with that being said, you guys did become the champs, and not only were you the champs, but you guys kind of were underdogs. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's Buffalo's to lose," and you guys come out and you don't even beat them. You kind of smash them. What was that like for you guys, kind of having that underdog going into it?
Yeah, Coach New was saying all week. I think they were favored to win by like 9 or something. He said, he hopes that number keeps going up because we know what team we play. And he said that like they've played good teams, but they haven't played Ball State, and that was true because I don't really think that the teams that they played before us were like in our league. I think we were playing at a really high level. I think a lot of other teams that they played were inconsistent in some of the and some of the game planning and some of the game play.
So you don't only beat Buffalo as underdogs, but then you guys go at the Arizona Bowl and you beat San Jose State, and again you guys were, I think, minus 6.5 point underdogs going into that game. What was that like, that bowl game experience like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely fun and exciting because this was the first bowl game we had been to in like numerous years. And then it was another chance to be legendary because we have never won a bowl game in school history until the Arizona Bowl. So it was great just to go out there and compete and make school history.
And what a way to go out for you. Like, your fifth year there, and you go out as a MAC champion, but also you go out as a bowl winner of the first bowl game in a while. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely a great experience and great year.
So talking about your college career, now you're declared for the draft. What have you been working on the off season, getting yourself ready for NFL teams to look at you?
Yeah, so I got to go to the College Gridiron Showcase and the Hula Bowl, which were two little senior all-star games that I was able to like go out there and show them what I can do against guys that play in like the Power Five and different
Hmm.
stuff like that. Show them how I can move and catch the ball. And then I basically right after Hawaii, I took like the next day, the 3rd of February, I started training down in Indianapolis. So really, I just been eating really clean and training real hard and really emphasizing speed and the 40-yard dash because that's going to be a big thing that I need to make sure my 40s are really low. So it'll just help my stock.
Awesome. Now you talk about the Hula Bowl. I've talked to a couple of guys that went there. What was that experience like for you? A lot of the guys say how amazing it was. What was it like for you?
Yeah, it was really paradise because I've always wanted to be like go to Hawaii, but I knew how expensive it was, and then just really never had the time to like really plan that. So it was a blessing to be able to get that all expenses paid for and be able to experience going to Hawaii. It was paradise. It was a great opportunity to perform in front of scouts and stuff like that.
For sure. Um, Talking about scouts, for the NFL team that drafts you, what are they getting?
NFL team that drafts me, they're gonna get a guy that's gonna be the same day in and day out. I'm gonna work hard and always try to be better than I was the day before, and definitely gonna be a guy that they're not gonna have to worry about off the field issues and stuff like that. You're not gonna see any articles about me. I'm gonna work hard and do everything I can to help the team win and always keep a team first attitude.
Awesome. So we play this game with all of our guests, and you're no exception. We have so it's a called Steady Fire. It's just fun questions. They shouldn't. They're not too crazy, but take your time answering them. I'll start with my first question, and it's going to be back to your college career. Uh, or if you lost every single game at Ball State, but you played one team every year and you beat them, what team would you want that to be?
Hmm. I would say I would say Miami because
Yeah.
that's become a recent like real big rivalry, and they talk a lot of trash. So it would be
Oh, they
definitely
do.
that. Yeah,
Awesome. All right. Who do you have like a wide receiver that you kind of model your game after?
yeah, definitely. I would say Stephon Diggs because I'm from Maryland, so I
Okay.
kind of grew up in like the same area as him, and just watching him like be able to dominate and like Pee Wee through high school and college and now the NFL. It's something that I admire in this game because he's a great route runner and a playmaker.
For sure. Um, if no, what's your favorite home cooked meal? I know that you're eating clean now, so it's a little tough for me to ask you this, but what's your favorite home cooked meal?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I like a lot of food, but I would say probably like a vodka pasta dish that's like real good and
Oh, like a
filling.
like a penny alla vodka.
Yeah.
I think you might need to get drafted by the Jets or the Giants so that you can
Yeah.
enjoy some real New York Italian food.
Yeah, they definitely got that over there.
Yeah, for sure. Um, who was your favorite player growing up?
Hmm. Growing up, I would probably say Steve Smith. I liked his attitude. He was like a littler guy, but he had a dog in him, and he was
Yeah,
just always never backing down from a fight.
for sure. And tough too. He was super tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Where is your dream vacation?
My dream vacation would probably be Bora Bora.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, definitely.
One of those like little what is it? You know the little huts on the water?
Yeah, those little huts. Yeah,
They look awesome.
yeah, it looks awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna play a little game called Desert Island. You gotta bring one book, one movie, and one album with you. Which album, which book, and which movie are you bringing?
Hmm. For the book, I would bring Jim Candy. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's good.
It's good. All right, I gotta put that
Yeah,
on my list.
you got to read that. You said movie and what else?
Movie and like music album.
Music album. I would probably bring either "Take Care" by Drake or "Legends Never Die" with Juice WRLD.
Okay, nice.
And then for the movie, there's a lot of movies I'd like, but I would say Transformers because I think it's an interesting movie.
All right, that'll keep you entertained too on
Yeah,
the island.
definitely.
I have a feeling that you'd make a makeshift gym though, Maybe a couple coconuts and some branches.
Yeah, something like that.
If you weren't going to become a football player, what would you be doing? Like, what would your profession be?
I would say probably coaching /
Okay.
training. I kind of like that's something I want to do after my professional career's over. I want to be able to like train kids and inform them on stuff and let them like teach them stuff earlier because I wish I knew a bunch of stuff I knew now then. And it's just it'd be awesome to be able to give back to like my community and stuff and just travel to different places and host camps for kids.
That'd be awesome. So I got to ask you now, you know, for if you could moss any cornerback in the NFL, what quarterback would you want to moss?
I would have to say Jalen Ramsey just because he's the best defensive
And
back
he
in
talks too.
the NFL.
Boy, yes, yeah, that's the guy. I have a feeling like a lot of wide receivers would want that guy.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely the best DB, and that's just be just great competition to go against. And just,
for sure. Yeah. If you could catch a touchdown pass from any quarterback, past or present, in the NFL, who would you want to catch a touchdown pass from?
I would have to say either Pat Mahomes or Tom Brady.
Good answers. Those are two good ones. You might get the chance.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you have a favorite? I know you're from Maryland, so I feel like I know this answer. Did you have a favorite team growing up?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. Nice jerseys, too.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of jerseys, what was your favorite Ball State jersey to wear?
I like the all black uniforms we wore.
Black and red is sick.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. If you couldn't play wide receiver, what position would you want to play?
I would say either running back or safety.
Running back or safety. Okay. If you had to pick one of which one would you pick? Which one's that way and the other?
Running back, just to like to get the ball in my hands, and just I like offense better.
Yeah. Which position would you not want to play?
Corner. That's like one of the hardest positions ever to play.
That's such a tough position. You're right. If I gave you $1 million, but a half hour to spend it, how would you spend your $1 million?
I would definitely try to set some of my family members up with some houses and cars.
Nice.
Definitely just get me a house like that. And then I would say I'd probably definitely take some of the money and donate to my community just to because we don't really have any like big training facilities. Like you see guys like Footwork King and like Houston and stuff like that. They have like kids over there have places to go. There's no place like that like in like where I'm from. So I definitely like be able to invest that in there and be able to get like kids and stuff in there.
Okay. Dream guy, who is your your favorite profession? Would you be down to join the WWE maybe? Okay, cool. What was your favorite stadium to go into in the MAC? But it can't be Ball State. So like your favorite opposing stadium to play at.
I like Western Michigan's, but to be honest, I haven't played there since 2017, but Akron Stadium is huge. If they were to fill it out, it would like be like playing at a Power 5. It's huge.
So, you brought up the teams that, you got to play a lot of teams, but you didn't have any non-conference games. Is there a non-conference team, other than San Jose State, is there a non-conference team that you wish that you got to play this year?
Yeah, I wanted to play Michigan because that would have been huge. I guess like a huge stadium. It would have been a great loud experience. And I like 2018, I broke my foot right before we played Notre Dame. So I wasn't able to experience that game. So that would have definitely made up for that.
What's your dream 40 time?
A 4.44.
4.44. Perfect. Now we talked about what you bring for teams. What for the NFL teams fans who draft you? What are you bringing to them? Like what should the fans expect from you?
Definitely somebody who's gonna help contribute to the team help make plays for them. Definitely try to be a fan favorite, and I'm definitely gonna be a guy. If you see me out or anything, you can come say hello. I'm not gonna be rude or anything like that. So definitely just a hard worker and a great example for the kids and the youth.
Awesome. Well, Antoine, thank you so much for coming on. I had a blast. I can't wait to have you back on. And everyone over here is definitely rooting for you, and we'll be rooting for you draft day as well.
Definitely, I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Thanks, you too.
That was Antoine Davis out of Ball State. Great guy, great interview. Another draft prospect that we cannot wait to see where he ends up. These guys are really great. It's really exciting to know some of these guys and see how they're performed. And he's a MAC champ, so I can't wait to see where he goes on draft night. So stay tuned for more. We'll be back with some Brooklyn Tides.